Hey you right there. Would you like to know the most stupidly expensive things NBA legends own? Here's your chance right here. Let's get into it.
One NBA legend spent $500,000 just to survive a zombie apocalypse. Another legend's purchase almost got him killed. Here's stupidly expensive things NBA legends own. And you can't get much more legendary than NBA Finals moments. So first up, J.R. Smith? Yeah, because once he secured a bag for over $20 million, this man copped a $500,000 armored military vehicle that looked like it came straight out of GTA heist. This Pterodyne Gurkha is built with indestructible tires.
2 Chainz got one of those. 2 Chainz, he had it on the most expensivest.
Bulletproof glass, an armor that can survive 50 cal shots and RPGs. Like, who the hell is JR beefing with, man? Russia? Well, at least he's protected. I mean, this thing's literally marketed as an SUV that could survive anything, even a zombie apocalypse. And yet, that's just one of the stupidly expensive things NBA legends own. $4 million shoes, $10 million cars, $100 million yachts, and don't even get me started on what Michael Jordan bought. But first, let's talk about LeBron's secret $1 million hobby. Because recently, news broke that one of LeBron's rookie cards sold for a world record, over $5 million. And with there only being 23 of the cards in the entire world, you'd think they'd be hard to find. But LeBron flexed on everybody twice.
I have 2 rookie cards of my own. So
Yo, hold up, LeBron, bro. You're an NBA player. You just hit a bill. Give that rookie card out to somebody. Get that rookie card out to a fan for free. Let them get some M's. You got a Billy. Get that rookie card out, bro. Why you holding your rookie card anyways?
be good for a very, very long time.
Damn. So, if LeBron's got millions of dollars in just basketball cards, what else has he blown a bag on? Well, LeBron might have a $10 million car collection and $20 million mansions, but his jewelry collection costs more than that combined. Lately, LeBron's been leveling up his ice to the point where I think he's hanging around rappers a little too much, because he made sure every...
What did I tell y'all in my last couple videos? Rappers wanna be ballers, ballers wanna be rappers. How ironic.
Every single part of his body was studded in diamonds. Recently, TMZ exposed one of LeBron's new masterpieces. A Lion Gatekeeper pennant covered in 14 karat gold, 35 karat diamonds, and the craziest part is, the lion's eyes actually light up. But come on now, only 15 bands? LeBron's got chains only kings can afford. And I think him and Drake might have a little secret. Cause cameras caught LeBron repping OVO with a new $120,000 chain. So something tells me them two spend time together in the stew.
I say, subscribe to Flex.
Cause Drake's known to gift chains to people he works with. And I mean, we already saw LeBron cooking up with 2 Chainz, and guess what? He ended up handing LeBron a diamond chain courtside. But hey, me and LeBron go way back, so I already knew
That's
him.
kinda odd, bro. How you just gonna take off your chain, put it on somebody else's neck? Don't give me a brand new chain. If you can afford that chain, go get me a brand new chain. Don't take that chain off your neck, put it on my neck. I ain't your boo.
But his crazy neck game. And once I saw what he put in his mouth, shit got wet. Cause this man flooded his grill like no other NBA player twice. His first piece is one of the most unique grills I've ever seen, man. Just look at this. 11 diamond studded teeth, custom lion and crown logos, and a purple opal? God damn. But we all know LeBron, man. He loves attention more than any girl I know. So once he went viral, he copped another diamond grill. This one fills in the gaps of his top teeth and completely covers his bottom teeth, looking like something only Quavo would wear. But between LeBron's chains and grills, that's only hundreds of thousands of dollars. His watches are on a whole new level. $100,000 Rollies, $300,000 Patek's, $750,000 Richard Milles. LeBron's got watches that are beyond exclusive, including one of the rarest timepieces in the world, a Black Panther AP that costs $5 million. But you want to know what's crazy? His most legendary watch costs even more. Here in 2022, LeBron went more viral than the Super Bowl because he was spotted rocking the most hyped watch on the entire planet. This Patek is something only legends can own. There's a reason only people like Jay-Z, Leonardo DiCaprio, and Mark Wahlberg have all been caught wearing one. Cause nowadays, this watch is worth over $6.5 million.
6.5. Ooh, it's investment though. It's an investment though. You can't go wrong with a watch. You can't go wrong with a watch. It's an investment.
So with this watch and the rest of LeBron's jewelry, his collection costs over $20 million. But even that ain't as crazy as Dwayne Wade's purchases. Cause his need 20.
Hold up, Dwayne. Dwayne, what was that, bro? What's going on? Something you got to tell us, bro. What was that, dog? If you see this Wade, I love you. I'm a fan. But what was that, bro?
4/7 armed security. Wade's known for his garage being filled with Lambos, Raris, and McLarens. But recently, he treated himself to a birthday present, one of the rarest cars in the world, a Mercedes Maybach S580. And from the outside, I mean, it doesn't look like anything too crazy, but Wade's version is exclusive. The seats, the dash, the entire interior is completely made out of basketball leather. Like, bruh, if this doesn't say Wade...
This nigga turned his Maybach seats into basketball leather. That's a different type of balling right there. He really balling. When he say he balling, he mean he balling. He sitting on basketball seats on y'all niggas.
Misses hooping? I don't know what does, but I'm sure he keeps this 200K whip close by. Cause whenever he's stepping out, his favorite pair of shoes cost him 20 times that. Yeah. If you thought dropping $200 on Jordans was a lot, try $4 million. Cause recently, Wade got a one-of-one pair of his own shoes. The Leaning Way of Wade 4s, and they're covered in diamonds, sapphires, and 18-karat gold. The shoe's colorway and flower pattern represents the Chinese New Year. And cause they're one of the most expensive shoes in the entire world, the one time Wade let them out their cage, he knew they needed protection, so he hired armed security. So these shoes are definitely one of his most prized possessions. But at least Wade's $1 million purchases didn't almost ruin his life like Stephen Curry's. See, Curry doesn't just have love for basketball, he's got a need for speed. And ever since Curry started making dumb money, he's
Hey, looking at what Curry was just rocking, he had the whole little blade fit going on. That nigga looked like he got a passion for need for speed and some crazy cars.
Stupidly expensive cars, custom Range Rovers, G-Wagons, whatever this is. And even though he starred in Infinity commercials, nothing's ever topped his love for Porsches. Cause Curry owns a $175,000 Porsche 911 Turbo with a top speed of 193 miles an hour. And he also copped an all-black Porsche Panamera for $108.
Bro, you missed the half course. You gotta relax, bro. You gotta relax. You can't be out here speeding too much, bro. We need you on that court, bro. We need you.
DK, but the price tag wasn't the expensive part. This car almost cost Curry his life. In 2018, Curry hopped on the highway to see what this Porsche was made of. But out of nowhere, the rain hit. Now, a race car driver like Steph was prepared for this and stayed in his own lane. But his fate wasn't in his hands. And out of nowhere, a white Lexus slammed into Steph and sent him into the guardrail. Now, trapped in his car in the middle of the freeway, scared for his life, another car rear-ended him. When police showed up, luckily, Steph was still breathing. And what's even crazier is, he didn't have a single scratch on his entire body.
Blessing right there, because that car was total. And the fact that he got into a car accident and it was cars still hitting him as he just got into a car accident, that's a blessing right there. He came out no injuries.
Now, his car wasn't so lucky and was completely totaled, but Steph knew his survival was a miracle. So there was only two things Curry could do. Send out a tweet thanking God that he was still alive, and well, spend some millions. Curry didn't want to give up his love for driving fast cars, but living 20 minutes away from the Chase Center, it meant that he had to drive in busy traffic every single game day. So one day, he woke up and realized he needed a new crib. Curry walked up in a Four Seasons and said, hey, top floor condo please. I need something to match my jersey number. And with that, Curry copped himself a condo on the 30th floor for $8 million. Just so he could be 5 minutes away from the stadium instead of 25. Damn, Curry's really balling on and off the court. But Shaq has the most legendary car collection of any NBA player ever. He's got Lambos, Ferraris, slingshots. Dude's really so bored with his money, he's copping cars straight out of movies. Cause Shaq bought the exact Cadillac Eldorado from Scarface. But don't even get me started on his custom cars, man. We're talking about a dude who's got an Escalade with scissor-style doors. And Shaq must take Fast and Furious a little too seriously. He stepped up his game for his 50th birthday, copping a Dodge Hellcat with a splattered paint job. This thing's insane. But not all of Shaq's cars came from happy times. Recently, he bought one after the biggest tragedy of his life. As we all know, Kobe's passing devastated the entire world, but nobody was more heartbroken than Shaq. These two are more than just teammates. They were brothers. And after news broke of the tragedy, Shaq knew there was only one thing he could do. To make sure no matter where he goes, Kobe is always in his presence. Shaq copped a $455,000 Rolls Royce and got it customized with Kobe's face, as well as a snake representing the Black Mamba. Gotta respect Shaq for that. But now that we talked about driving millions of dollars, wearing millions of dollars, and living in millions of dollars, what about floating on millions of dollars? Well, Michael Jordan knows a thing or three about that. See, when MJ ain't rocking $1 million watches, driving $2 million Bugattis, or playing at his $15 million golf course, he's riding around in his $100 million.
That's kind of not shocking, cause he do love golf. He own an actual golf course. God dang.
$1 million yachts. And what's funny is, MJ completely hated his first yacht. He literally nicknamed it Mr. Terrible. And even though it cost $21 million,
this nigga spent 21 M's on a yacht just to hate it and name it Mr. Terrible? Bro, that's terrible, dog.
Just had to upgrade. His new masterpiece is a super yacht. It's 230 feet long, has 8 cabins, a jacuzzi, a gym, and a full-size basketball court. Wait, so he's really the GOAT of basketball on the court and in the water? Man, MJ's built different. Not only is this $80 million boat damn near a house on the water, it's the most expensive yacht that any NBA legend owns. Now, this might help MJ get from island to island. But when Michael's gotta travel from country to country, he can't always just hop on his yacht and float there. Instead, he can float on a purchase that cost him $61 million. MJ's Gulfstream G550 private jet's exclusive. It's got his initials, jersey numbers, and logo on the side. Just so you know, yeah, MJ's really living like that. At first, Jordan had it painted in his North Carolina blue, but eventually he switched it up to match his camo shoes. On the inside, the jet's got a full bar, dining area, his own cigar station, and of course TVs. Cause you know, MJ subscribed to Hoopflix. Yeah, and ain't you trying to be like the GOAT? Subscribe. But for real, even though MJ's purchases are legendary, what if I told you one legend's $200 million spending spree ruined his life? Allen Iverson came into the NBA and completely changed the game. Not only was he getting attention for his play, he'd also transformed the league's culture, single-handedly tying rap and basketball together. His appearance was one thing. Sideways hats, do-rags, baggy clothes, but that was the problem. Looking like a rapper forced him to live like one, and it nearly cost him everything. Iverson started inking deals worth tens of millions of dollars, the type of money an inner-city kid like himself could only dream of. So, he started living every day like the money would last forever. He blew money on custom cars like Maybachs, Bentleys, and Lambos. One night, he even forgot where he parked his car, so he just bought a new one. But that was just the beginning. Every single month, he would spend tens of thousands of dollars on drip. Allen's bank account was quickly starting to drain. It got to the point where even when he was traveling from city to city, he never packed luggage. Instead, he'd just buy all new outfits. And if you include the money that he was spending on his family and friends, his monthly expenses racked up over $150,000. But to a millionaire like us,
it had to be terrible, because you gotta think about it. Baggy clothes low-key coming back, but not how baggy clothes was when AI was playing basketball. This nigga stuck with all them baggy clothes. Can't reuse them unless he wanted to just dip back into 04.
Iverson, he was unfazed, so the stupidly expensive spending sprees never stopped. Despite his $200 million contracts, he was secretly blowing more money than he could handle. Iverson loved to party, and he was constantly spotted in or around Philadelphia's hot spots. And it was rumored that whenever he showed up to a club, in one night, he'd spend over $40,000. His problem got so bad, he started lying to his family about how much he was spending. And Iverson's problems only got worse. Once he started gambling, that's when things turned into a crisis. Sometimes, in a single night, Iverson would gamble $1 million. And once Iverson realized that every day his bank account kept draining, he damn near lost his mind. He'd take money out the bank, stash them in garbage bags, store them all around his mansion just so he could keep an eye on it. But hanging around dozens of leeches in his entourage, sometimes a bag or two would go missing. And one day, $500,000 of Iverson's jewelry was stolen. Iverson was quickly heading towards rock bottom, so he drank and gambled the pain away. But see, the public didn't know the extent of his downfall till his marriage completely fell apart. And during his divorce hearing, he just couldn't take it anymore. Iverson stood up in front of everybody and admitted, "I don't even have money for a cheeseburger." See, Iverson owed jewelers over $900,000, and his $4 million mansion went into foreclosure. So he had no choice but to file for bankruptcy. But Iverson's lucky, man. Reebok saw this coming decades ago. They saw how fast he'd become.
That Reebok deal low-key say AI. If you know his Reebok deal, that Reebok deal say
a worldwide phenomenon, but also how fast he blew his money.
I'm a fan of AI. AI is honestly one of my favorites. I didn't know all this though. I ain't know this whole thing. I ain't know nigga couldn't even afford a cheeseburger. That ain't AI. That ain't AI. Then you gambling $1 million every day. Chill.
So when they offered him his own shoe deal, they slipped a hidden agreement in his contract. It sounds sketchy, but it was only to save Iverson from himself. The deal allowed Reebok to pay out the money, $800,000 per year, rather than all at once. And $32 million will be released to him when he's 53.
They knew not to give AI all that money that quick. They was like, we just gonna get him a little 50 bands a year. He'd be cool out there 50 bands a year. If he don't, I don't know what to tell him. When he hit 53, he got the whole thing. He should know what he's doing by 53.
So let's just hope Iverson learned his lesson. And to be honest, some stars in the NBA today need to learn a thing or two about Iverson's mistakes. Cause Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, and LaMelo Ball have all been spending millions. There's even a player who spent $10 million just to annoy Michael Jordan. Another player bought something that has him facing 20 years in jail. And I know you want to hear more about that. So just click this video right here.
Say, man, you enjoyed that video, hit that like, comment, subscribe button. I am out of here.